All right, so this video is obviously going to be about some gold, guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to give you some information about what to expect. All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about, is it too late to get into gold? Is it time to move into gold? Now, me personally, I have been stacking gold hard this year. It has been my primary focus, and that is because of the high premiums on this stuff. Extremely high premiums on your silver eagles. Extremely high, right? Very, very high stuff. Now, the premiums on your gold are definitely a lot more, decent compared to your premiums on silver, especially on your silver eagles. Now, a lot of people will say, hey, you're crazy, you're buying gold near all-time highs. I don't care. I have 20 plus years left before I retire, so therefore, I have room to play. So for me, it's a no-brainer because I'm going to continue to stack for those 20 plus years until I retire. So gold is a no-brainer for me. Yeah, that may be a different story depending on where you are in your life. Now, if you're 20 years old, absolutely, jump in. I'm not going to try to tell you not to, but there are ways to do it and there's ways not to do it. Now, this is just my personal experience, my personal beliefs as far as when you're buying gold, whenever you're trying to get gold. How are you going to acquire gold? There's all kinds of ways to do it. You can play the GSR. Well, the thing about playing the GSR, okay? Now, what you have to keep in mind is what's your GSR price? Is it going to be that $50 price? Or is it going to be 40, 30? Is it ever going to get there? You know what I mean? Are we going to see those ratios once again? If we do, I guarantee you it's going to be microscopic. It will not last long. Just like the last time it happened, guys. It does not last long. So my suggestion for you is to do it in increments. Like if you're going to sell your silver and exchange it for gold, I would definitely do it in increments. Now, another thing that you have to keep in mind whenever you are doing that, if that's your goal, you know what I mean? If that's your plan to do it that way, I would definitely consider going to an LCS. And the reason why I say that is because the sheer weight of shipping off silver is heavy, right? A monster box of silver eagles, that's 40 pounds. Imagine what that's going to cost to ship first class overnight. Like the bullion companies are going to want you to do. They're going to want you to overnight it to them. And then they're going to inspect it, okay? You may not get, the price that you want depending on how they personally grade out your coins as well. So keep that in mind. I'm not telling you not to do it, but I'm just, giving you options. And I think that's the best thing to do is to give you options, get you guys thinking that, what is the best way to do it. Now, another way you can do it is you could sell it outright. You could sell it, online. You could sell it via Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, all kinds of stuff out there where you can sell it. You can go Craigslist, but me personally, I'm going to do it at my LCS. I'm going to do it there, and I'm going to do it in increments because I don't want the hassle of having to worry about it. I don't want to worry about it, especially with the ongoing struggles that are happening with your postal servers. That's one of my main issues right now as far as shipping and receiving precious metals. I'm worried to death every time I buy something online, or if I was to go and send something, I would be worried to death right now. This is probably my favorite gold piece right here. Ooh, and I got this for a bullion price. Now, you also have to keep in mind, if you are planning on doing it that way, if you're going to sell it to your LCS, right? Is he going to have enough gold in stock? Is he going to have enough to accommodate you, but also all the other people who are having the same theory or having the same plan. So you have to factor that in. And that's why I say you should do it in increments. You know what I mean? You should do it in stages, right? Say it drops into the 60s, take some in. Say if it drops even lower, take some more in. You know what I mean? Do it in stages and increments. And also, you want to make sure that you're going to get the best bang for your buck, because not always you're going to have that bullion in stock. So it's best to go ahead and have that relationship already in place with your LCS. Give them a call. Say, hey, look, man, I'm wanting to come in, exchange some silver for gold. What you got? Do you have enough to satisfy what I'm going to bring in? And if he says, yeah, absolutely, go in, do the deal, walk out with your gold. Now, the other way that you can do it is definitely just buy it outright. That's the way I've been doing it. I've been buying gold, like I said, probably since March, because of the fact that the premiums of silver are extremely high. Now, I have bought some silver, but it hasn't been as much as I was before then. And I'm not saying I'm regretting it, but what I will say is I wish I would have bought more silver along with my gold, because now that the price is caught up to the premiums where they were, you always have second guesses about yourself if you don't make the right moves. So keep that in mind. Now, as far as what size and which type of gold you should buy, there's all kinds of ways you can buy gold, guys. You could buy in the grams, you could buy in the 10th ounce, you could buy the quarter ounce, half ounce, and your full ounce, and you can also go a little bit above a full ounce, and that would be your 50 pesos. And man, those things are magic, aren't they? I don't have one. It's on the bucket list. It's on the extreme bucket list, but it's on the list. Now, you can also buy things like this, the graded, the slabbed. A lot of times you can get these at your LCS for the same price as bullion, even though it's graded, right? Somebody paid a certain amount of money to have this graded, and the bullion company or the bullion dealers, they will just buy it for the content that's in there. So you can go in there and you can actually get a verified coin, certified, and know that it's real, or at least you can actually enter in the SKU number, right? The serial number on here, which is that 277 number. You can go on PCGS website. You can type it in there, and it'll actually show you the picture of the coin, right? The denomination, how many are in there, how many are graded at that level. So that's another beneficial way of doing it. Now, also your bullion companies, they will, if you're worried about something being fake or, counterfeited, a lot of your bullion companies, as bullion dealers, they'll actually verify it right in front of your face. And if they won't do that, then you always have that option of walking out. It's just that simple. Now, fractional, me personally, I'm not going to go anything lower than 1/10 of an ounce. And one of the main reasons why is because, well, the older I get, it's getting harder and harder to read these things. So this is about the size of a dime. So just put that in comparison for you. I can see it with this because I'm pretty much zoomed in with a camera. But if I move it out here, it's very difficult to read that, right? So not only that, but the premiums, they start to get a little higher, and it gets more and more difficult, once you start going below that 1/10 of an ounce. But if you gotta dip your toes in, if you're really just wanting to see if it's something you're gonna like, sure, you can always buy the 1/20th, and below. But me personally, guys, I would not go anything lower than 1/10. If you can't afford that in a month, then I would definitely suggest you save up. You're gonna make out better in the long run. Now, I also don't buy circulated gold. I just don't do it. I only buy BU gold. And the reason being is because gold is already expensive, okay? So I want to get the best bang for my buck. And that's going to be my BU. Now, there's all kinds of factors. There's all kinds of reasons for that. But I like my gold to be brilliant, uncirculated, no scratches, no dents, no dings, none of that stuff. Because, you know, if you ever do go to sell it, they're going to, you know, try to get you on any little thing. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that it's in the best condition it is. So that's why I don't have any of this. The ones that are all in capsules are all pretty much 24 karat gold, or they're proofs. So I'm not taking those out of the capsules. I just don't, it's just too soft. I don't want it to get scratched or whatnot. So those are going to stay inside of the capsules. And except for this one, which is also another option, guys, is your European gold. This is, you know, proof like right here also. And this is actually a little bit more than 1/10 of an ounce, but it's pretty much the same size as this 1/4 ounce maple, only because it's pretty much pancaked. It's razor thin, but it fits in the same capsule size as your maple does, which is pretty cool. It's a 1915 restrike, and it's either Ducat or Ducat. I don't know. European buddies, you gotta help me out right there. I've heard it pronounced both ways, so I'll let you guys help me out on that one. So buying these right here, guys, it's not bad at all. They're actually cheaper than your American Gold Eagles, and it's a little bit more gold content there. So those aren't bad buys in my opinion. Now, I don't really there's nothing wrong with your sovereigns, right? If you're in Europe, they actually make perfect sense, because it's just they don't do well here if you go to resell them. But over in Europe, man, they do extremely well. So if you're in Europe and you're stacking, definitely buy your European gold. It really works great for you guys. It's just on the resale side here in the States, unless you do a private sale, it doesn't really do good. So that's why I don't stack a whole lot of it. I stack mostly North American gold, you know, my maples, and obviously my American Gold Eagles and Buffaloes. That's what I prefer to stack. Well, that's going to do it for today, guys. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. Like I said, I always interact with you guys. I try to talk and answer to every single question that you guys have. Feel free to hit me up. I'll also leave my email down there. So if you guys do have questions about whatever, you know what I mean, how to make videos or whatever, feel free to leave them down below. And I also have my P.O. box down there. So if you guys want to send me something in the mail, feel free to do so. I will shout you out, or whatever you want. Just let me know. All right. Don't forget, guys, keep grinding on your stack.